Hello and welcome to Positive Talk. On the program, yes, we mainly look at issues concerning health, mainly when we're looking at young people, adolescent boys and young girls. But one thing that we know that puts young people at risk, particularly of engaging in sexual relationships with adult men, engaging in illicit behaviors, it's mainly the challenge of having something to do, issues of unemployment. But now when we're looking at all those things, we are saying there is something that a young person can do. And this week we've invited young people as well as mature people in terms of their age who are doing something where we are saying, yes, in the environment, things are tight, but we heard the mantra, Zimbabwe is open for business. And if we're saying Zimbabwe is open for business, we are saying young people need to do something about it. Zimbabwe can't be open for business if young people are out of the equation. So to start off the program, I'm joined by Valerie Njanji, who is an entrepreneur. She was telling me before recording this program that she has juggled when it comes to business. Starting one business went on well, then things started going down. But that didn't deter her. She continued, and now she's running a thriving hairdressing and barber salon. Valerie, welcome to Positive Talk.
Welcome. How are you doing?
Good, thanks. We want you to share with our young people how has been the journey for you.
It has been tough, but then nothing comes easy. So you just have to keep on with the struggle and have a positive mind as well.
Mm-hmm. Share with us, how did you start, and until where you say then you decided to have this thriving salon, where did you start?
We started with my aunt, Chena Indiamba, trading as White Peach Interior. We had a bed linen shop. And the first couple of months were really quite good, but gradually no one would buy sheets and beds and blankets on a daily basis. Mm-hmm. So our business then went kind of really low, to an extent that we had some couple of months with no rentals, no salaries, but that didn't push us down. We had to then think and come up with some ideas with the place we were situated in, what could then give us a great idea, bright idea of what to do. So we situated in Newlands, near Bottle Store, near the post office, near the banks, and our clientele are mainly men. We then came up with the idea of opening what? A barber shop and a hair salon.
What I want to find out from you is where, in terms of getting ideas, young people often talk about, I don't have capital, which is a major challenge. And for them, they're like, how do I even start? And for somebody who's watching you now, they don't have a dollar. They have nothing. How do they start?
Hanging with the correct crowd. That's a start. Because if you hang with the bad people, the bad class characters, definitely you will get to know it. You will then end up following suit with the bad moves.
Towawanepi the right crowd yacho.
Vanowanikwa mumabasa imomo chero tauya ipapa program yenyu tikaposta pamafacebook pages tinozviwanawo ipapo.
Chicha tinowana because ndiri kuti inini ka handina kana cent, but munhu wese ari kundudza kuti tanga business. Usangomirira kuti ndichada kutsvaka basa, ndinoemployiwa, tanga business. Ndinoritanga sei, handina mari, ndopanovhunza vanhu vakawanda, ndopane nyaya, ndoiwana sei. Start yacho iyoyo, and ndo language inoshandiswa nevanhu, start inobva.
I started with not more than $500 and then asked my aunt to chip in. Vakaona kuti no, panenge pane brains ruda kuvhurika. She will then be willing to assist.
Iyo nyaya yekuti identifying munhu wekuti anokwanisa kuuya kuzokubatsira. How would you help vana vechidiki, especially knowing kuti sometimes you don't need to go it alone? Having somebody to walk the journey with you is important.
Say
where you're saying your aunt came in to walk the journey with you. A lot of young people sometimes ndinoita an idea, but ndoti ndoda kuita umbimbi ndoga, ndoda kuzviita ndega inini. How important is it kuwana somebody else wokuti takufamba tiri to partnership yaunoti unayo yakubatsira sei than kuti tingoti ndiValerie ari kurana business ari one?
ndinenge ndaiwana through having the confidence and having kuvaratidza kuti zvandinenge ndichizoda kuita mubusiness mavo handizovanyudza mune zvandiri kuda kuita. Munhu anenge akuona kuti no, zvaanenge ada kuinvesta mandiri anogona kuwana fruits, benefits from it.
Kana watomboti vamwe vana vechidiki vari kutarisa vari kuti ndinoda kupinda mubusiness, ndeiripi rinoita?
There's the clothing industry, there's the hair industry, wigs, pane zvekutengesa zvigero, pane nails, pane zvakatoti zvakatowanda kuti munhu haangazoti anyatsoshayisisa chekuita. Mamwe macross border anoitwa, you know, there's quite a number of things.
Pane inotaurwa nevanhu yekuti unofanirwa kutsvaga chinhu chaunofarira ndo chinozoita kuti uite mari.
Yes.
How it has been, especially when you're looking at your own journey? Iwe waifarira linen?
Ndaifarira linen and interacting with the public. Mainly, sepandiri situated, I've got a passion of being within a multitude of people. So with where I am, and I love
talking.
Yes.
I can see that.
Oh my God. So if you do something that you have a passion with, there you'll never go wrong. Yeah.
How do you select? Because you waifarira linen and waifarira utaura, but linen yakabva yazoramba. Now wakuita zvemusoro. Saka how did you then select kuti uzoti ndabalansa so?
Clientele yacho vanhu kunouya different characters vanopinda pai, and you have to then know how to handle. Mumwe nemumwe anenge ane different attitude towards pamwe unenge wamutadzira kugona kumuita isu tafunga kuti tamupa service iri correct. So kuzopindurana nemunhu ipo paya, you then have to make sure kuti wamupindura zvakanaka kuitira kuti ramangwana aodzoka.
So shoko raungada kusiyira vana vechidiki nderekuti chiitakatarisana ne-overcoming life challenges, venturing into entrepreneurship.
Never lose hope. Don't give up. In the little things that you think they'll never get you anywhere in life, that's a step ahead.
Thank you so much, Valerie, for being with us on the program.
A pleasure.
Well, join us after the break as we continue with our discussion, talking to other young people as well as mature people who ventured into different industries, just as a way of overcoming life's challenges. Join us. Welcome back. We continue with our program where today we're looking at overcoming life's challenges. And today our focus is on young people who are venturing into entrepreneurship, yes, as a way of overcoming life's challenges. And on the program we're joined by a fashion designer as well as a garment designer, that's Audrey Njiva. Audrey, welcome to Positive Talk.
Thank you.
Could you walk with us your journey into entrepreneurship? How did it begin?
During the time I was growing up, we used to have... Most people used to get their fashion sense from abroad, but then I felt that there was this local talent and this gap that was there that we really didn't tap into. So I thought personally it was my choice to expose it to the majority.
And then how did it start then? Yes, you have identified it, and then when you started, how did it go?
Honestly, I just woke up one morning and I just said, you know what, this is what I'm going to do. I woke up, I took a bit of the captures that I had, bought one or two things, looked for a
one or two things. From you,
okay.
What you did,
okay.
And then what happened? From you.
I think I had about 800. I took a laptop that I already had. I bought a heat press. It's a heat press machine that you use to make t-shirts. And then the smartest decision I did do at that particular time was get myself reliable Wi-Fi, because almost everything that I did I learned via via the net. That meant I actually cut on costs to go to school, like garment designing school, because I actually taught myself how to do most of the stuff.
You had not done that? You had not trained in that?
I had not trained in that.
Wow. And then?
And then I started getting clients, 1 or 2 clients. Most of my clients were I actually tried pushing my stuff through my relatives and friends.
Stuff yacho zviko izvozvo?
T-shirts, sweaters, like this one, for example. I would make 1 or 2 sweaters.
So uri kundudza kuti ndiwe unotenga jira iri?
Yeah.
Wosona kudai?
Zvese.
Aisha, ndafunga kuti wakatotenga zvasonwa ukazongonyorera
chete.
chete.
Rosonwa, rodi, and then I do the design first. After doing the design, I see how it is on the computer, the laptop, or the soft copy, and then if I like it, I put on the garment.
Harare, Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
Harare zvazvinhu.
Yeah. So
Pure Zimbo.
Generally, that's how the journey was.
Saka design yako inonzi chii?
Pure Zimbo.
Why did you feel? Because everything that I'm looking here, zvine ethnic feel.
Yeah.
Where I'm seeing, iri wakatenga rakasonwa kana ndiwe
No,
wakatosona?
they're actually made from scratch. Like even the rugged, dirty feel.
Out then, sure.
Yes.
Zimbabwe, this is just so amazing. Ini ndafunga kuti akatenga tumashotu ndobva azosona.
These are plain t-shirts.
This
This is just an ordinary t-shirt that has been bleached. Bleach, your ordinary bleach, the one that you have at home. Jig, to be specific. Ongoing wire, you need to reduce it though, so that it's not too powerful. The moment it's too powerful, it eats up the t-shirt. So it just has to be a bit potent. And then you've got a designed t-shirt.
So Iwe, as a young person,
yes.
How is business going now? Pure Zimbo. When I'm looking at everything that you have, you saw me sure and because maybe viewers you might not be seeing, but the quality is just so amazing. It matches international standards. How is business going for you?
In every business, I've noticed that you need to have passion first. If you've got passion, that means no matter how many hurdles you face, or even if you don't make, like most businesses, you don't make money when you're starting up, but then you still need to have that you still need to have that drive to wake up in the morning and say, you know what, but I'm going to get there. So now if you don't have that passion, then you're lost. You're not doing anything. You're not going anywhere.
What have been your major challenges?
Capital and exposure. As it is right now, our local market is like where we get our garments, the materials to do whatever we do. We're facing challenges whereby you need to have either forex or you need to have cash, and with the whole situation that's there right now, it's actually a hurdle. That means you have to bend over backwards so that you make things happen.
And how are you overcoming them? Because you are still going. Yes, the challenges are there, but as an individual, as a business, you are still going.
Instead of just doing this, you have to do something else that generates capital, that sort of capital that you need, so that you can actually extend it towards your business. If you're just going to wait for your business to give you that capital, you can wait till I mean.
So when you're looking at young people, where do you see their role when it comes to entrepreneurship, when it comes to business in Zimbabwe?
I think the time
as a young person who's walking the journey.
I think the time is now. You don't need to necessarily wait for someone to come give you handouts or expect something to miraculously fall. I don't know whether it's a corner office or I don't know. If you've got a degree, yes, you've got a degree, but if you're passionate about something, go out and do something about that. Because that's probably your source of income, but then you're just not seeing it because you just think somehow I'm going to get someone with backing, financial backing, or I don't know. If you're just passionate about something.
How have you used social media in boosting or marketing your business? Because yes, initially you talked about how the internet helped you in giving you the how-to part of it in terms of you setting up your business.
I think social media is one of the greatest tools right now, because I can say 80% of the people I do business with, I've never met them face to face, but then we talk, we translate, everything is done on the phone, especially WhatsApp, Facebook, on social media. They see my adverts on Facebook, they see my adverts on WhatsApp. We just talk and it goes from there. So it's actually the best thing right now. Things used to take ages, I'm sure, way before I started, way before social media, but right now it's faster than you can think.
Other young people talk about challenge of maybe when you're looking at the banking sector, financial sector, for them to be able to get the capital that you talked about. How has it been with you? Have you tried to approach banks, or you had to just say, I'll use whatever resources are at my disposal?
I believe that if you want to take a loan to start a business, then that's a bad idea. Why? It's because a loan is interest. And when you're starting a business venture, you're assuming you're going to make profit. What if you don't? What if you take 3 years? What if it takes a year for your business to boom? And then what? You're stuck. You're stuck with a debt, and you're stuck with a bad business. So I honestly think you need to work with what you have at that particular time. If you've got a relative or someone you know who's able to assist you with financial backing, let that person assist you with the financial backing, but then keep your ideas.
Well, that's Audrey Njiva there, who is a fashion designer, a garment designer. I'm sure as young people you've picked up 1 or 2 ideas. Thank you so much for being with us on the
Thank
program.
you.
Thank you. We continue with our program today, where we're looking at overcoming life's challenges, and we're looking at young people venturing into entrepreneurship as a way of putting them off the pressures of life that they do face on a day-to-day basis. Entertainment industry. Yes, we know it. It's big business when you're looking at the Western world, as well as countries like South Africa. In Zimbabwe, we often hear people do struggle here and there. So we've invited none other than Patience Musa, not new here on Positive Talk. She's a radio presenter, she's a musician, she MCs. When it comes to entertainment, that's her forte, I would say. Patience, welcome again to Positive Talk.
Thank you very much, Tariro.
Yes. When I'm looking at you as a brand, I'm looking at you as a brand that's using entertainment as a form of entrepreneurship. Share with us your journey as Patience.
Anything to do with entertainment, I think basically anything to do with you having goals in life, you have to be focused. It's really important that you're focused and then you stand by those goals. And I think being female in the entertainment industry, as well as many other industries has its own challenges, but I think it's really important to stay true to who you are and remember where you're from and where you're going, and never to be intimidated by where you are at that moment, because always know that where you are is not your destination. You are going elsewhere, and always think like that where you are, this is not who you are, this is not where you are, you're going somewhere else.
How has it been for you as an individual? I remember you as the young Patience on Mateo's video, Asambe Africa. That's a long time.
It is.
And you've survived. We know some who were singing during that time with you, including that Mateo. Now we don't even know where some of the... Yes, but Patience is still Patience and going strong. How has the journey been for you?
I think it's been really rough. I think there's nothing as challenging as being in front of an entire country when you're very young and you don't know who you are and you don't know exactly where you're going. So for me, it was a big punch in the face, because all of a sudden everybody knows who you are, but you don't know who you are yet. And then also having to learn a lot of lessons whilst everybody watches. I had my first heartbreak with everybody watching, and I still had to go on stage and put a smile on my face and smile. And so I think for me, it's just been able to redefine myself. I feel like the concept of Patience Musa is liquid. It's not set in stone. Therefore, as I go, I continue to redefine myself. Every single year I look at myself and I say, okay, what's wrong with Patience now? How can we fix Patience now? And I think it's also important that you have the right kind of friends in your life who also tell you the truth. Like, we tell you, no, you're messing up. That is rubbish. You shouldn't do that, because that way you continue to aim higher, and somehow, hopefully, you get better with time.
You talked about the issue of a heartbreak. And when you're looking, Positive Talk looks at mainly adolescent boys and girls. And for them to be concentrating even at school, where we are talking about, we want to encourage them to go into entrepreneurship. Don't just look at being employed. You can do something about it. But there's relationship pressures, there's peer pressure from other colleagues. As a young person, yes, you were popular at that time. How did you balance those? Where we are then saying, when I'm looking at you, yes, you are thriving. How did you balance?
I think for me, it was my belief in Christ, in God. I think that kept me grounded. So whatever, and also, I had a Bible-trained conscience. So everything that I went through, even if friends said this to me, I knew what was wrong or right. And I never did anything for the sake of being popular. But those days we didn't have social media.
Yes.
So I understand that with young people today, it's absolutely crazy out there. But look, the things that your parents taught you, the things that your grandparents told you, don't stay away from those things and you will be just fine. So if you think that, if you know that taking a picture of something, taking a video of something is wrong, don't do it to be cool or because somebody you feel as type of way at that time is telling you it's okay. Trust that little voice that says no. And look uncool or stupid for those few seconds, but trust me, you will look back and you'll always be grateful that you stood by what you believed.
So how do you juggle everything? You do too many things. When I'm looking at you, you're on radio 9 to 12 every day.
Yeah.
Then I see you elsewhere. You have to be a musician. You're on stage. You still have to come to the studio. You're an MC, you're a mother. How do you balance all those things?
I'm also a student now, and I'm a writer. Now,
Yes.
to be honest, there are not enough hours in the day. I think you know this. And I absolutely struggle. However, I know that I have one life to live.
Yes.
And I'm determined to do everything I possibly can. And so that on that day, when I'm on my deathbed, I can just say, you know what, I did the best that I could with everything that I had. So it's really important that you look around you and see what it is that you can do. And you make it work.
Yes.
And it's true. Yes. So you have to, sometimes you just have to say to yourself, you know what, I'm going to wake up early and I'm going to sleep late so that I achieve everything that I want to achieve. And to all the young women out there is nothing as sweet as spending the money that you've earned yourself. There is nothing as sweet as that. And there's nothing as working on something and enjoying the fruit of something, choka sweater, wega, and knowing fully that only your talent and your work got you to where you are.
Where do you see Zimbabwe's young people going in the future? We've heard that Zimbabwe is open for business, and young people are saying it can't be open for business if we are not involved.
We have a lot of young people who have big dreams, but who are so underprivileged. We have young people with big ideas that can take the country to the next level, but there's no one there to listen to them.
Yeah.
So I think the government should open a lot more doors, and not just opening those doors so they look like they're open, but nothing's really going on, but actually engage young people positively. With so many influences right now with social media, I think it's very important that we start getting our young people engaged positively. And not just spread, on social media, spending silly jokes, liking silly things, and commenting under pseudonyms because, they don't have the confidence to stand by their words, in patience, I'm saying this. But I think also, as the older generation, we need to positively influence the young people. The amount of litter in this country right now in Harare, it's ridiculous. We can't continue like this. And it's just not up to the government. We also have to change our way of thinking.
What would you say is your parting shot to young people in Zimbabwe, internationally, because yes, Positive Talk, we're also online. What would be your message that you're saying as Patience Musa?
Have a plan in your head. Live positively. Make the right choices. Love. Do the right things. Surround yourself with the right people. And you will make your dreams come true. people have, said you're worthless. That doesn't count. What counts is what you have inside, and you fighting to make those dreams come true. And you can do it. You are what Zimbabwe needs. You are what the world needs right now.
Yeah. Well, what I'm picking from Patience now, particularly to young people, is to say, as young people, as a young person, you have to believe in yourself. Once you believe in yourself, whatever dream that you have, it will definitely come true. Until we meet again next week. Goodbye.